Did you want news? Real news? We thought so. And the ratings prove it. Channel 2's 10 o'clock news, #1 again in the latest rating period. Dennis Richmond and Elaine Corral, 10 years together. Plus, the Bay Area's most experienced news team. Night after night, bringing you in-depth coverage of the day's top stories. Now, from our entire news operation, thanks for watching. A tradition of excellence, the original 10 o'clock news.
Channel 2 is the only station to provide you with the 10 o'clock news 7 nights a week, night after night of the Bay Area's most watched newscast.
Leslie Griffith, KTVU reporter and weekend anchor.
So during the week and on the weekend, stay with Channel 2 for in-depth reporting from the Bay Area's most experienced news team.
The original 10 o'clock news on Channel 2, a tradition of excellence, 7 nights a week. California, off the beaten path. Join Bob MacKenzie as he uncovers some great getaways. Explore pristine wilderness and have a whole lake to yourself.
You got it. We'll sit back and enjoy the ride.
Plus, go 1,500 feet down into a California gold mine in search of hidden treasures. And learn how to run a 100-ton locomotive. Cruising California starts Monday on the original 10 o'clock news.
Weather is really important to people who live in the Bay Area. It affects all of our lives. I remember this one young woman. She was getting married and she hoped it wouldn't rain because she couldn't afford the tent. She called me every day for 5 days. I really wanted to help her out. I talked to her about all sorts of stuff, high pressure, low pressure. That's what I want to do. I want to help people plan their days. As it turned out, the weather was sunny and warm.
It was about an hour after the Loma Prieta earthquake had hit, and I was standing by what was left of the Cypress Freeway.
Faith Fancher, a KTVU tradition for 12 years.
Above me, I could see that there was this rescue going on. A young man trapped in a car that had been smashed to just 18 inches. And when they brought him out alive, everyone broke out into cheers and people were crying. It was one story I covered that will stay with me forever.
The original 10 o'clock news, a tradition of excellence. Your body is a miracle, and keeping it healthy is up to you.
We're bombarded with medical news now, and it's more complicated than ever.
Well, patients in the Bay Area seem to be much more interested in their health care.
I see patients every day, and I think I know what their needs are and what their concerns are.
And that's our job.
Dr. Robert Murray every Wednesday. Dr. Lori Green on Fridays, 8:45, mornings on 2.
Of all the stories I've covered, my favorite is the Across America series.
Bob MacKenzie, a KTVU tradition for 16 years.
On one trip, we stumbled on this tiny little church. We found only 3 people inside. One was the preacher, one played the organ, and one sat in the congregation. They've been meeting this way for 30 years. They said they'd keep the church going as long as the Lord sent them the money to pay the light bill. And so far, he has.
The original 10 o'clock news on Channel 2.